I'm Susie Lawson and I taught drama at Villanova College from 1997 to 2008. I retired but then went back and did supply and contract work until 2017. I fully intended to go to Villa for 5 years while I did my Masters and then actually apply for a leadership role. Even though I was Head of Arts during that time, I wanted to finish my Masters and then apply for a deputy's job. But I loved Villa so much and loved the boys so much that I just stayed there. And I was totally challenged, probably some days challenged more than I wanted to be challenged, but I just loved it. The productions that I did with the boys were exceptional. Nothing excited me more than boys writing their own scripts. We did a production with Somerville House for 8 years, a co-production, a senior production, and we'd either do it at Villanova or at Somerville House. They were some of the highlights. Another highlight was when the last building, not the newest building, the last building was opened, and I did a doco-drama on the history of Villanova, and that was presented in 2012 to the college. And now it's in the archives as part of the archives for Villa. If you go into the classroom with a sense of enthusiasm, that enthusiasm engages kids. And I felt as though that drama was for all kids, and that's what I hoped to achieve. I understood boys, I innately understood boys. I understood their physicality, which is really important. Always started with a warm-up, just to get that physicality, and so that they would then pursue some sort of process in the lessons. And I think that that's important for boys. Boys' culture, it's really important when you go to a boys' school that you try and understand the culture. Not what you want to do, but what the culture is of boys, and then you work from there. And that's what we did in the arts, no two ways about it. It's a fantastic department. I have a great passion for sport, I love sport, and I would go and watch the rugby, and I couldn't understand why the boys had such great spirit, so proud of their school, but every other school that we played, you would hear all this barracking, all this oneness, and I thought, so I called a meeting of the spirit group, and we did get it up to a certain extent, but it didn't grow. But as soon as Matt Lavander arrived at that college, presto, he just knew how to tap in, and he tapped in fiercely. And he took those boys, I watched it, this is when I was doing supply and contract, I watched those boys just go with Matt Lavander until today. Those boys walk proud, call proudly, and it is just a joy to watch and to listen to. I love it. Nobody's looked upon as anyone different, and I really applaud the school for that, especially when you think of boys' mental health now. It's important. We don't hide it now. It was hidden in 1997 when I first went there. It's not. Are you okay? Wellness, it's a big part of the social fabric of Villa. And Villa should be very, very proud that they've been able to develop that. Villa will tap into what students need, what boys need, in order to be able to fulfil their life's dreams. Like, there's nothing better than me hearing stories about what boys are doing now, or running into boys, and none of them ignore you. A Villa boy always acknowledges you, even if you can't remember their name. And that's a great tribute to the school. Great tribute to the culture of the school as well. Great tribute to the teachers that have been, are now, and will be in the future. And to hear stories of how people have struggled, to see where they've come and how far they've come. That is so valuable for grade 11s and 12s to hear those sorts of stories. I remember Matty Zerimus in 1998, and he said to me, I'm either going to do acting or drama teaching. And I said, oh, Matty, it's really difficult, you know, in the acting world. why don't you just do teaching? At the end of his first year of drama teaching at QUT, he said to me, I want to do acting, and I said, well, go for it. And we supported him, and look at him now. He's won an Emmy. How proud am I that a student that I taught in 1997 and 1998 has won an Emmy for his work in the ABC TV series Hardball. Your values that you've learned from your home life and villa will sustain you always. In certain critical times in your life when you have to make hard decisions, those values will certainly come to fruition and help you make certain decisions about the directions that you take in life.